Canadians and non-Canadians, welcome to a brand new video. Today is one of the most exciting things I had to talk about because, God, you know I love meltdowns. You know I'm here for all the meltdowns. Today we are going to be talking about a lot of meltdowns, and no one's going to be ready for it because if this is a story you're not familiar with, you are not ready. And as a Canadian myself and an American, that's right, dual citizen, motherfucker, I'm allowed to talk shit on whoever I want. All right, this is like my this is like my N-word pass for making fun of Canada. I am literally here and I am ready to talk to everybody about this situation. That is my favorite thing ever. So Trump made a joke and trolled Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada. And it is my favorite situation on the internet right now, okay? There's a lot of stuff. I'm currently getting canceled, and I'm talking about this because it's way funnier, okay? My current cancellation situation, not nearly as funny. This is so much funnier. My current situation is Keemstar insinuating false slander shit on Twitter about me, which is always good. He's done it before. He's gonna keep doing it, which is ironic. It's like his MO at this point. He's called lots of people pedophiles in his career, so I guess it's just par for the course. So we have a lot of fun to do today, all right? Dude, this is glorious. So I'm gonna start with the Asmongold clip, but where he basically covers the situation in like 1 minute. I have to show you the official news broadcast on like the leftist news stations covering this. It is the funniest thing in the world. They're all losing their mind that Trump is becoming like the next fucking Hitler or some shit. It's so good. It is so funny. And there are people literally losing their mind. Bernie Sanders commented on this. Guys, I'm telling you, it's funny, okay? I swear.
Trump reportedly told Justin Trudeau that if his tariffs destroyed Canada and the country could not survive without, quote, ripping off the U.S. to a tune of $100 billion a year, then Canada should become the United States' 51st state, with Trudeau serving as its governor.
This is the funniest thing ever, okay? Listen, people are gonna take this out of context to say that I'm supporting a warmonger, okay? This is hilarious. This is comedy, peak comedy. And people are losing their mind over Trump is threatening to invade Canada? Bro, you people are all insane. You have zero media literacy at all. Like, this is one of the most Trump lines of all time. It is obviously trolling, and it's hilarious. And seeing people lose their mind over this obvious troll has got to be the funniest thing in the world. See, I personally think every province in Canada should become different American states, all right? Let's bump it from 50 to 60 states. Literally take all the provinces and give them each states. That's my personal hot take, okay? I don't think all of Canada should be one state because it's kind of big. Like, let's make it 10 states. That's my opinion. And I don't think Trudeau should be governor of any of those states. Okay, that was a joke. That was a joke. I love me some Great White North, okay? Listen, I'm just saying. What the f are they gonna do with me? I'm a Canadian and an American citizen. Like, am I just gonna like need to just tear up my Canadian passport at that point? Let's not talk about any of that. None of that matters. What matters is the chaos. If you subscribe to me, you are not subscribing for breaking news. You are not subscribing for political insight and analysis. You are subscribing for chaos. So I will give you all of that chaos. That's hilarious. What a fucking
Trudeau to be reduced to governor of the state of Canada.
The state of Canada. It's obviously a joke, right? Like, obviously a joke.
Which caused the Prime Minister and others to laugh nervously.
Laugh nervously? What do you mean laugh nervously? They're like, oh, the orange guy is gonna take over, guys. You see Trump, when Trump gets ready to run for his third term, bro, the Great White North, Nux isn't beating the racist allegations. Oh my fucking God, I meant like because of snow and shit. Oh my God, dude. No, but Trump in like 2028, I am running for my third term of presidency. By the end of 2032, 96% of the world will be America.
Yeah. He's kidding, right?
He's obviously kidding, okay? It's obviously a joke. It's an obvious joke.
While some are writing that off.
Dude, I love how her, like, clothes are based off of, like, bathroom tiles. No offense.
It's just a joke. Just a few hours ago, Trump posted this obviously AI photo of him.
Like, it's obviously trolling. It is so obviously trolling. Listen, I've been an internet troll for my entire career. I roll with the punches at this point. But this is the most obvious troll of all time. He tweeted, "Oh, Canada," with him looking into the distance. I can't, dude. That's insane. This is he's the president-elect of the United States. It's like such an obvious meme. But Oh my God. People are taking it seriously. And the funniest thing ever, dude, I'm not even kidding. The funniest thing ever is Bernie Sanders, you know? Like super mega leftist Bernie Sanders, right? He's like socialist guy. You have to see his tweet. Trump has suggested that Canada becomes the 51st state in our union. Does this mean we could adopt the Canadian healthcare system and guarantee healthcare to all, lower the cost of prescription drugs, and spend 50% less per capita on healthcare? I'm all for it. Guys, Bernie Sanders is like 100 years old, and he can troll better than the freaking mainstream media and the people reacting to this shit. Unironically, this 100-year-old guy can troll better than the media, or than any normal person that is looking at this shit. Again, I'm not here to talk political analyses. I'm just saying we are living in a fucking clown world, and the administration is literally dying. We are actively watching the mainstream sycophants die in real time. In real time. The Democrats pushed that motherfucker out because, you know, he wasn't gonna be cool and chill enough to be a corporate machine. Dude, this is incredible.
Standing on a mountaintop next to the Canadian flag, looking off into the distance with the
Oh my God.
It's hilarious.
That's not AI, that's real.
And for the record, he appears to be looking at the Matterhorn, which is on the border between Switzerland and Italy.
Dude, I love how they have to, like, troll Trump. This is an AI image! This is an AI image! It's the Matterhorn. I know, but he probably just put into the AI thing, you know, Trump staring at a mountain. A snowy mountain. That's probably what he put into the fucking AI generator. Like, dude, it's not, technically that mountain is not Canada. Yeah, wow, you really got him there, mainstream media. You cooked him. Way to take things too seriously.
Not Canada. Oh, well, let's not...
You think he gives a fuck?
He's not even president yet, and he's already spending his time sitting in his golden palace, Mar-a-Lago, muscling other countries like he's Tony Soprano.
Muscling other countries. Muscling other countries. This is great. By the way, right after this, I want to watch this entire news broadcast. It's filled with like straight up fucking glory. It's good shit. Like, she's copes for like 10 minutes over this shit.
With a social media site. This is how Trump operates on
This is how he operates. Ah!
the world stage. He acts like he's everybody's boss, like he's the king of the world.
They're not having a good
serious
time
flaws.
with this at all.
Dude, they are losing it. Oh, it's so funny.
Are they? Why is she bald? Probably because of Trump.
That's such a good point. Right, because everyone's shaving their heads over Trump. Oh God, Trudeau.
It's so...
Thanks for dinner last night, President Trump. I look forward to the work we can do together again. And he's shaking and shitting and coming in his pants. This Trump big smile threatening Canada to annex it. This dude over here holding in his poop. He doesn't want his diaper to get too full sitting next to the orange guy. Oh my God.
fucking funny for me to see this.
Dude, we are living in a
Trump report.
We are living on the right timeline. We are literally living in the right timeline. Holy shit. So anyway, MSNBC, hilariously enough, released this video, The Age of Global Gangsterism. Is it an autocratic threat? Again, these people are complete fucking insane people. It's incredible. Dude, and the memes are just so good. Father, if we annex Canada, we won't even need to buy Greenland. We could just annex it too. Oh, you can't make this shit up. Oh, you cannot make this up, bro. It's insane. It's crazy. Now, here's the thing. I actually, I recently made a video where I talked about how living in Canada has become impossible, right? Literally talking about the incredible downfall that's been going on in Canada with like the housing market and shit. And you can look into that if you want. But dude, this is just like very, very funny. Very, very funny. Like they're gonna rename Canada North Dakota. You can't, dude, it's so good. And people are losing it. Oh God. All right, anyway, let's get into the shit. The slop is good. Subscribe for more slop. Don't worry, guys. I got you. You want a smile on your face every morning? That's why you're here.
But we begin tonight with President Biden, who is not in the U.S. today, but rather at the National Museum of Slavery in Angola.
I love how she's not going to talk about the fact that Biden was falling asleep in his meeting. I love how she's literally not gonna mention that. Well, let's see.
Addressing the origin story of America and slavery.
Cruel.
Nope.
Brutal.
Literally just skips to that. Yep, makes sense to me. Makes sense to me because apparently Biden just fell asleep smack in the middle of a summit with African leaders.
The development of the Lobito Corridor. Tanzania
this is
views
a real
the
video.
Lobito Corridor as an integral
This
part of a broader
just happened.
strategy to enhance
just
connectivity in Africa.
Yesterday.
With renewable
bro,
energy,
bro's gone.
digital transformation,
He's out.
shared
He's
prospect,
gone.
commend
He's-
the
he's-
vision
he's-
partnerships.
Bro's just. Yeah, but anyway, they're not gonna talk about that. That not relevant. That we don't care. We do not care about that. That is not relevant. We are going to talk about how based he is because he stood out for being not into racism or something.
Humanizing our nation's original sin. While history can be hidden, it cannot and should not be erased. It should be faced.
True.
It's our duty to face our history.
True.
It is a
Right,
reminder.
he just shows some clips of how you know he's standing against racism, which is pretty based. As someone that hates racism myself, I personally view everyone as equally capable of being fucking idiots that I can make content out of. I have this this new age perspective of hating everyone equally. Now you probably thought she mentioned that because it was in the news. Right? You probably thought that she mentioned that because that's in the news. You're wrong. This is part of the anti-Trump story that she's about to run somehow. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, hold on to your diapers.
That President Biden is a politician from an era that will very soon be gone.
What do you mean by that?
In 48 days, Biden will no longer be president, and
We are aware. Why does that matter?
with it, the era of presidents like him may dissolve completely.
Why? Why is it dissolving? What, you mean the era of presidents with dementia?
It is an era where leaders of perhaps the world's least humble nation showed some humility on the world.
Wow, the least humble nation. I love how America... dude, every time I turn on the American news and they're just shitting on America as a whole, it just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. Holy shit.
Stage. Early into his presidency, Barack Obama addressed the horrors of slavery and segregation while speaking in Cairo, Egypt.
All right, so Obama was anti-slavery. This is good. This is good.
Though he later rejected it, Bill Clinton considered making an official domestic apology to African Americans.
So he considered making an apology. All right, that counts as the history far gone. The history far gone of presidents that considered apologizing and ended up not apologizing. Like, dude, she can't even stick to her story. The mainstream media is so cooked. It's amazing.
For slavery.
Oh.
Even George W. Bush acknowledged slavery's continuing legacy in American life and the need to
I'm pretty sure Trump even said that too. Like, honestly, people like, all right, but anyway.
confront that legacy. These lessons on civility and humility, lessons that stretch back to Abraham Lincoln, will no longer be shown from a U.S. leader. Because the next president has been a flat-out bully his whole life and on the world stage.
Here's where we go. Good segue. It is all gone. It is all gone. We are so sad about the age that has passed us of presidents that were against slavery. But now we are in a new age. A new age where someone is, in fact, a gangster. What does that have to do with anything? I'm pretty sure Trump never had slaves. Not that I am aware of. I mean, maybe he did. I mean, he was a fucking billionaire CEO guy, so I mean, that wouldn't surprise me too much. But like, as far as I'm aware, no slaves, and you are literally being racist against Trump. Okay? He is our first and second orange president. Okay, all right? Listen, orange people are important as well, and I think that... What is she fucking talking about? What is this fear-mongering? Like, that's really what it is. It's actually fear-mongering, and people that are watching her and literally just shaking their head back and forth. Oh, that is so true. That is so true. The age of thinking slavery was bad is over. I mean, I don't remember Trump bringing slavery back in 2016, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
A tyrant, a thug.
Oh, he's a tyrant, guys. Classic tyrant. Hitler too over there, right? My Holocaust survivor grandfather really loves when they call him Hitler. It really perks his brow. It really makes him happy. He's like, I don't remember when Trump made concentration camps and killed my entire family like the Nazis did in the Holocaust. But then again, what does my grandfather know?
And when he is inaugurated next month, the world will be very different because of it. It will be the end of Pax Americana and it will be replaced by the entry of global gangsterism.
Global gangsterism is starting. Remember when Trump was in power for 4 years? I mean, I remember it vaguely, but I'm pretty sure that the era of Pax Americana didn't end at that point. But it is now over because Trump, too, his balls are dropped. Balls dropped Trump is on a whole other level. He has literally digivolved since last time we've talked about it. That's right. Trumpoman digivolved to Magna Trumpoman, and bro is losing. I can't, dude. I love this so much. I'm really enjoying this. Bro, what are you talking about, lady? God damn, like this is actual fear-mongering. This is why whenever I cover news topics, I always go to the other side. When I cover the Biden stuff, I always watch Fox News. When I cover the Trump stuff, I always watch like MSNBC or CNN. Because like this is insane. Like this is actually deranged shit.
In grotesque display. Late last night, we learned that Donald Trump will attend the reopening celebration for Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris this weekend.
All right.
His first foreign trip since the election.
Okay.
France, as it were, is a prime example of the creeping autocracy so reflected by MAGA.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck is going on in France, but it's like, oh, he's going to France, and France also has people that are dangerous. So, yeah, proof he's Hitler. Yeah, he's going to France. Oh, he's Hitler. Have you ever been to France? Yeah, you're probably a Nazi. Like the leaps in logic are always good, dude. Trump does say some shit. Trump says some shit. All right, listen, I'm not gonna say that he doesn't bully people around and stuff, but yeah, no. Yeah, let me see if I can find this. That was crazy. Like, dude, Trump does say some shit. Like, did you see what he said to, like, the Hamas guys? Like, this is wild. Everybody is talking about the hostages who are being held so violently, inhumanely, and against the will of the entire world in the Middle East. But it's all talk and no action. Please let this truth serve to represent that if the hostages are not released prior to January 2025, the day that I proudly assume office as President of the United States, they will be all held to pay in the Middle East for those in charge who have perpetrated those atrocities against humanity. Those responsible will be hit harder than anybody has been hit in the long and storied history of the United States. Bro talks like he's holding a fucking nuclear warhead. Okay? That is how he talks. And it is scary as all shit. But it is kind of entertaining at the same time. Anyway.
Far right, and some would say fascist curious Marine Le Pen.
Because he is holding a nuclear warhead? I mean, yeah, I guess.
Is looking to link up with a far left party to take over the country. We are in the age of global gangsterism. The age folks like Vladimir Putin have...
I love how, like, the story changes every time she tells it. It's like, this is a far left lady that is going to power. But if you remember, the story was a week ago. The story was that the world is veering in a far right misogynist perspective. I'm just saying, that is pretty funny. Last week, we were going down a far right misogynist rabbit hole. And right now, it is a far left female president. What? Is she far right? I don't know. I thought you just said she's far left. I don't know politics shit. I'm just having a good time here.
Marine Le Pen is looking to link up with a far left party to take over the country.
Right, she's linking up with a far left party to take... Oh, she is far right, but she's linking up with a far left party? Listen, I don't know, man. All I know is that this shit's crazy.
We are in the age of global gangsterism. The age folks like Vladimir Putin have planned for decades.
True.
Look at this map. It reflects an alarming worldwide trend on the rise in autocracy.
What?
These are the countries who had elections this year based on their democracy grade by The Economist. Those colored in blue are authoritarian.
Okay.
Those colored in yellow are hybrid regimes.
Okay.
And those colored in red, including the United States, are deemed flawed democracies.
Am I insane? Wait, what?
Those colored in red, including the United States, are deemed flawed democracies.
So the rest are good, right? So the yellow's the hybrid regime, all right, not good, all right? You got red, which is flawed, all right? You got blue, which is totalitarian. So the gray ones are the good ones, like Canada. What's you made South Korea gray? Do you know that something pretty fucking crazy just happened in South Korea? Who the fuck deemed them as flawed democracies? What makes one of them less flawed than the other? You made China gray? Like, I don't want. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Hold on. Wait. Wait. This map is fucking insane. Wait, you made China gray? No shot. Wait, there's no way, right? So you made South Korea gray, bro? Oh my god. What is gray? No data? What?
You don't see South
Ravenclaw.
Korea on that map because The Economist considers it a full democracy.
Oh! Oh, so the map is bullshit, you say? Wait, it's only the people that had elections this year? Bro, she literally just mentioned South Korea, which is a full democracy, by the way. Don't talk about the coup that just happened, all right? Don't talk about the attempted martial law shit that just went down literally 2 days ago.
But check out what's happening in South Korea.
Oh yeah, true.
President Yoon Suk-yeol of South Korea declared martial law.
She's going back to Canada in a second. It's gonna be good.
Late Tuesday, inciting political chaos within one of our closest allies in Asia.
Pretty crazy.
President Yoon has
It's all Trump's fault somehow.
accused opposition parties of sympathizing with North Korea and controlling parliament. Soldiers blocked large crowds from entering the parliament building, even as lawmakers.
Yeah, by the way, you know what they're preventing the people from walking into the parliament building right now? Because he announced that he wanted to declare martial law and make a dictatorship. And they didn't want people to vote against him. So they barricaded the parliament building so that the people could not get in to vote. They were stopping people from voting. And they barricaded the building with soldiers and with furniture. Okay? That doesn't sound like a healthy democracy.
Lawmakers inside voted to block Yoon.
Anyway, they eventually got in. Somehow 190 people got in and they ended up voting. And it ended up being a solid vote of 190-0 against the guy that tried to make martial law.
Decree. While inside, South Korean opposition party staff set up barricades to prevent soldiers from entering the chamber.
Is this not insane?
Does this seem familiar?
Seem familiar? Trump too. Last I checked, the military wasn't involved in January 6th. Obviously, I think what happened on January 6th, because that's what she's saying, right? She's literally saying that January 6th was just like this, right? January 6th was fucking awful, in my opinion, all right? I think Trump should have definitely said something immediately, right? Instead of sitting in his room for like 3 hours before he actually said anything about it. But January 6th did not have the military there, at least not that I'm aware. Like, it was obviously a pretty fucking bad protest riot shit, but dude, this is not that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, dude, what? You're saying what is this? The Trump beta?
From entering the chamber. Does this seem familiar?
What are you referring to? Obviously, she doesn't want to say it. She doesn't want to say it. Like, but she definitely wants to imply it. Dude, the mainstream media is fucking cringe as shit these days. It's awesome.
But then on Wednesday morning, their time, so not too long ago, President Yoon lifted the emergency martial law declaration that he had imposed, bowing to pressure from lawmakers and protesters. The tumultuous 6 hours recall the country's dark pre-democracy period, because South Korea also has had a dark pre-democracy past, which includes martial law imposed there 16 times since the end of World War II. Most recently in 1980.
Yeah, we actually covered this entire South Korea situation. South Korea's situation is insane.
After the assassination of military strongman Park Chung-hee the year before.
All right.
That past doesn't feel as ancient as it once did.
That is true, because they tried to do it again and failed, because the brave citizens of Korea were fucking mad lads. And they stood up for what they believed in, and they actually fucking kicked ass. Nothing but respect for the average Korean citizen right now, honestly. But that all said and done, what does that have to do with Trump and Canada? Well, you'll see.
There or in many other parts of the world, we are seeing a global trend of the far right surging.
Oh.
It isn't just happening here.
What? I mean, obviously the Republicans won, but they won with a majority. That doesn't sound like a far right surge.
But let's bring you back to the U.S. and to our local gangster, Donald.
Our local. Oh, don't worry, we're getting back into
Trump.
Yeah! Woo! Oh my God. Yeah, it's almost like calling 50% of the people in America Nazis didn't work last time. I'm sure they learned their lesson and they're definitely gonna, tidy up their rhetoric this time. Right, guys?
He's not even president yet, and he's already spending his time sitting in his golden palace, Mar-a-Lago, muscling other countries like he's Tony Soprano with a social media site.
I mean, listen, last I checked, Biden didn't do any muscling, and every fucking country on the planet ended up in war. You're calling him a local gangster all you want, but I have to say, in the last 4 years, do you know how many wars started? Listen, I actually like Biden now. I used to be I guess more cringe about Biden, but I actually started liking Biden. That said, bro really didn't prevent anyone from declaring war. Like, dude, have you seen Syria or the Congo or Israel or Russia, Ukraine? Like, did you see what was going on?
Doing things like, reportedly,
yeah, let's call him a gangster. That'll definitely make people happy.
Debating whether or not to invade Mexico.
Team Trump debates how much should we invade Mexico. But here's the thing. This is a headline of a Rolling Stone article. I don't believe that shit. My guess is they were debating whether they should enter Mexico to wipe out cartels that were funding crime in the US. That's my guess on what the topic is. But that's one way to fearmonger and put a fucking... you know what? I'm even just going to look into it just to see. Just to see if I'm right. Team Trump invade Mexico, Rolling Stone. God, I hate this shit. Just curious, right? I hate news sites. They all have so many ads! All right. Just curious, all right? This is Team Trump debates how much they've made Mexico. All right, let's see. Let's see what... oh, fuck. Let's see what it's about, all right? Donald Trump's governing. There's a fresh debate whether how thorough they should follow his plan on campaigns to promise to attack or even invade Mexico as part of the war he's pledged to against drug cartels. How much should we invade Mexico, says a senior Trump member? That is the question. All right, the question has seemed batty for the GOP to even consider. But in 4 years, blah, blah, blah. Trump's cabinet picks and serves people that are in the military. He promotes himself as the candidate who would stop endless wars. Falsely, all right? A good objective Rolling Stone opinion. That's definitely important. Another source, Trump describes Rolling Stone, what they call a soft invasion of Mexico with American special forces. Not a large threat deployment that would be sent covertly to assassinate cartel leaders. This is the most obnoxious over-exaggeration I have ever seen. Trump debates how much should we invade Mexico. That looks like he wants to actually conquer Mexico, to annex it into the United States. That's what this looks like. Obviously terrifying, but they want to send in covert people to assassinate cartel leaders that are manipulating crime in the United States. Again, I'm not talking about whether I agree or I disagree. I'm a fucking political nobody. I'm a blue guy on the internet. But this is a lie! Oh my God. Dude, stop with the fear-mongering. Trump will liberate Mexico. No! Oh my God. I love how I was able to predict that shit. Most people don't do that extra level of brain work. Most people read the title and they're like, yep, that sounds like what the angry Cheeto man is gonna do.
Threatening BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa with 100% tariffs if they don't commit to trading in dollars.
I'm not looking up the rest of the articles because I could not be fucked or bothered to actually read them. But that's my complaint with mainstream media at this point. Like, they're not liars, but they'll manipulate the truth enough in order to literally give across the complete opposite message from what's actually going on.
Dollars and not their own currencies. Demanding Hamas release all hostages being held in Gaza before his inauguration, or there will be, quote, all hell to pay.
Yes, absolutely insane fucking terminology, right? Saying all hell to pay is obviously incredibly extreme. But, do you think that Hamas shouldn't release hostages that they've kept for a year and a half? Like, innocent, random people? Like, do you think that they shouldn't do that? Like, again, I don't agree with the way Trump words stuff sometimes, but like, this is crazy.
in the Middle East, even reportedly threatening Canada. According to
Here we go, baby! Threatening Canada! Well, that sounds really scary, doesn't it?
Fox, when Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau went to Mar-a-Lago this weekend to try to talk Trump out of his 25% tariff threat. Trump apparently suggested that if Canada can't handle the tariffs that would violate the NAFTA upgrade Trump himself signed into law, the USMCA, they should just become the 51st state. Just become this 51st state instead.
I love how she's like reading it like in complete shock and horror. Like this complete and obvious fucking joke, and she is reading it in terror. Her voice quivering. You could see her bald head vibrating from terror. Bro, dude, it's not that serious.
And allowed Trudeau to be reduced to governor of the state of Canada, which caused the Prime Minister and others to laugh nervously.
No one will ever be able to. Again, I don't think a single person. Bernie Sanders didn't take this seriously. Even he knew it was a troll. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. His reign, the age of global gangsterism is upon us. Like, holy shit, stop.
And while some are writing that off as just a joke,
it is just a joke.
A few hours ago, Trump posted this obvious.
Oh, never mind, it's evidence. People thought it was a joke, they were all wrong. He posted an AI image, it's fucking over. North Dakota is happening, whether you like it or not. You can't, dude, I can't. Look, I am a Canadian, okay? I have family, lots of family in Canada, okay? You have got to stop fear-mongering, bro. Holy shit.
AI photo of him standing on a mountaintop next to the Canadian flag, looking off into the distance with the caption, "Oh, Canada." And for the record, he appears to be looking at the Matterhorn, which is on the border between Switzerland and Italy.
Got him. The AI image he posted is in fact not completely accurate. Yep, he literally went to Switzerland to take this AI picture. Got him.
Not Canada. Oh, and let's not forget, this is the same Donald Trump who at one point seriously wanted to buy the nation of Greenland.
I love how they're bringing this up. Yes, it really is. Global dominance is happening, whether you like it or not. It's over. It's over.
Even possibly trade it for Puerto Rico.
There's no way these aren't jokes, though, right? Like, you know that this is going to be in the slew of shit. The slew of shit that the media is just going to fling at Trump. Do I really have to look this up? Trump wanted to trade Puerto Rico for Greenland. Dude, I fucking hate even needing to look this up, man. Like, I don't want to fact check people on site, but Trump, Puerto Rico. Dude, the thing is, no one will actually show you the original video. Because the original video probably just is a joke. I don't even care. It's probably a joke. It's probably from the 2018 hurricanes or whatever. This is literally from 2019. This is 5 years old. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, here's the thing. It's like, make an article obfuscating the situation, and then you don't even need to reference the actual situation anymore. You could just reference the article that had already successfully obfuscated the situation. Like, this is crazy. And then you could just say, he already said this.
I wonder what this guy has against Puerto Rico. I'll just keep noodling on it. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Bottom line, This is how Trump operates on the.
This is how he operates, guys. He conquers. He conquers countries. He throws their presidents into menial positions.
World stage. He acts like he's everybody's boss, like he's the king of the world.
I don't remember him ever telling Canada, like, what they had to do or anything. I just thought him say that he wanted to start tariffs. And I'll just say, I personally don't like the tariff thing. All right, this is the Nux Taku take. All right, you ready? I don't think tariffs is smart, but I'm a fucking idiot YouTuber schmozo. Okay, I'm not some political guy that's gonna actually have any form of reasonable decisions. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. The way I see it, tariffs don't make sense. But that said and done, I don't know. I'm just some fucking idiot.
Which is bad news for basically everybody, unless your name is Vladimir Putin, the boss to Trump's underboss.
Is that slander? I wanted to show this video just simply because every fucking sentence that she says is mind-blowing. This is not some random YouTuber. This is the news. This is MSNBC. This is the news. Obviously, the mainstream media is falling, but this is like this is slander, right? Guy's named Vladimir Putin right now. Oh my God.
The question now is, will any other leader stand up to him? And who?
Like, and the irony that Trump ended up, I think, being basically cleared of that. And it was Biden's son that ended up being sussy with the Russians. I mean, he ended up getting a pardon as well. And I know a lot of people are criticizing Biden for that. I think it was incredibly based on Biden. Let's fucking go, Biden. Bro doesn't care anymore. Bro's like, oh, you guys pushing me around for the last couple years? Fuck you guys. Okay, anyway, whatever. I'll cover that another time. That was fun.
Who becomes the leader of the free world when Donald Trump ends Pax Americana as we know it?
What is she talking about? Like, vote! I don't understand. Literally just vote. Who is gonna be next? I don't know. Go to the polls and find out. Like, what is even happening?
As Nicholas Grossman writes for The Bulwark, there is no undoing damage in history. It is up to those with power and influence to limit it now, and up to future generations to deal with it later. The post-Cold War international system has serious flaws.
All right.
But at least there are clear enough rules that charges of hypocrisy mean something.
This is crazy. Didn't Biden say, I'm not going to pardon my son, and then pardoned his son anyway? That sounds like hypocrisy to me. Didn't Biden say no one is above the law and then pardoned his son for a blanket 10-year pardon? Sounds like hypocrisy to me. It's like, oh no, but hypocrisy is only on the other side of the aisle. You see, Trump is a hypocrite, but so is Biden. They're all hypocrites. They're all these politicians, every single one of them.
Even rules more honored in the breach will be preferable to the lawlessness Trump's second term could invite.
They really think that Trump's second term is going to be lawlessness. Trump is going to go into presidency, rip his shirt off, declare fucking anarchy. Like, it is insane. It is absolutely mind-boggling that this level of fear-mongering is still going on. Like, none of this is true or real. Oh, Trump made an AI tweet about Canada. It's fucking over, bros.
The aforementioned Nicholas Grossman joins me now. He's an international relations professor.
This is the guy who who made that statement about the lawlessness.
At the University of Illinois, and editor of Arc Digital. Also joining me is Bobby Ghosh, senior editor at Bloomberg. Thank you both for being here. Nicholas, I do want to start with you.
You're welcome. I'm here too. This is literally me inserting myself where no one wants me, but I am here too. Don't worry.
Your piece was really excellent. It kind of sparked this open tonight.
Oh.
There are a lot of things.
Your piece was very excellent. I very much appreciated how it spawned me to make an entire video talking out of my ass about the age of global gangsterism. I really appreciated how you inspired me to continue to fearmonger and lose the credibility of the mainstream media just a little bit more.
You could actually criticize about the whole rules-based order after World War II. It favored the West over what's now called the Global South, what we used to call the Third World. It allowed the West to take resources from some of the countries that are now called BRICS or that are aligned with BRICS and use them for our own interests rather than theirs. There's a lot of things you could complain about.
Yeah.
But it was a rule-based order that, in your writing, diminished wars, made the world safer. So what does it mean when Donald Trump breaks that order?
All right. What does it mean when he breaks that order? Did he break that order? Not yet, but it's coming. It's coming, guys. Did it happen when he was president for 4 years? No, but the second term? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He's even more orange than he used to be.
Ends it and makes it a multipolar world, which is what Vladimir Putin has always wanted.
This is the craziest thing in the world. This is like people in an echo chamber literally flinging shit at themselves. What's gonna happen when Trump literally gets into office and starts eating cats and dogs? What happens when that happens? Remember how the order used to be order and now it's about to become Putin world?
Well, it means that we risk going back to something that pretty much nobody alive in America has a memory of, which was before there was this bedrock of American power upon which a lot of these international rules were built. So think about things like open trade, which helped to avoid another Great Depression, of the big alliances of democracies like NATO and the U.S.-South Korea alliance, relationship with Japan or Australia or other countries, and that kept a lot of
all these things that have gone on and are still going on. Yeah, right.
Aggressive war at bay, because a lot of the world knew there was a bedrock idea of when you try to, say, redraw borders by force, so you try to threaten an American ally.
Redraw borders by force. I don't understand. Do you think there shouldn't be borders? Do you really think in that entire speech you just proved the fact that there should not be borders?
That then you're going to have to mess with the world's biggest power. And Trump is likely to take the U.S. away from that. And it actually won't be all that.
It's going to take the U.S. away from what, exactly? I don't understand. If you think that the U.S.'s job is to be a counterbalance to all of the wars in the world, then maybe I am mistaken over what's been going on for the last couple of years. But, yeah, that's weird. All right. Obviously, this guy's a lot better read than I am. I'm a fucking blue idiot on the internet. I just thought this video was very funny. Like, and I feel like we're really living in clown world.
Difficult because it doesn't really require doing anything. It just mostly requires not doing something, such as not helping a NATO ally that is being menaced by Russia, or not helping Ukraine anymore try to keep its independence.
Right.
So his big complaint, it seems to be, is that Trump is not going to do anything. He's just going to not do things. Except he's going to do things in regards to illegal immigrants. That he's going to do. But he's not going to do things in regards to other things. Listen, I don't know. I don't know, bro. This is insane.
And, you know, Bobby, the couple of things that Nicholas mentioned are some of the things that are causing...
Did they know that Israel is also a NATO ally? Shut up, chat! Okay? Shut up! Don't even start me with that. Don't worry. Nothing makes sense. Nothing actually makes sense here. It's just people fighting for sides. No one actually has opinions.
The world to sort of veer right? Like, people don't like open trade, right? Free trade for a lot of Americans is the great evil. And Donald Trump lied and pretended he was going to end the NAFTA agreement, which, you know, eliminated tariffs between the United States, Canada, and Mexico and made us a free trade zone. People felt, well, that just meant jobs went to Mexico. They went to the cheaper place where people can be paid less. And people think about things like supporting NATO and supporting Ukraine, and they say, we don't want you to do that. We want you to just spend the money here. So Trump and a lot of other these far-right people, the Marine Le Pens, all of these people are out there making an argument that the rules-based order is hurting working people.
People can't afford groceries, right? Like ultimately, I think a country's service needs to be for the people in their country. I do think that Russia invading Europe is very fucking scary and bad, and it will likely not end with Ukraine if they actually succeed, and that's obviously fucking terrifying. But, like, I don't know what these rules are that she's coming up with. It's like she's talking about how we used to live in an era of rules where rules people used to get together, and now Trump is coming in and he's literally owned by Putin, and he's gonna end rules. He's gonna invade Canada. He's gonna annex Mexico. He's gonna trade Greenland for Puerto Rico. Like, what are you talking about?
And so they're choosing dictators, you know?
That was hilarious. Now, let me remind you that one of her examples of a good country without dictators was South Korea. South Korea is one of her favorite non-dictatorial countries. They went through a bit of a scare there. I'm pretty sure Trump never did that. But, yeah, damn.
It's a very confounding system, but it seems to be all over the world. We have a map here that shows all the places
I think you should bring the map up again. That was a good map.
Where people are veering toward autocrats. Your thoughts?
Damn, good map.
Yeah, that is true. And these autocrats, as you say, have done a very good job of...
Whatever, don't pay attention to the fact that China is gray. That's not important, okay? That's a perfect democracy, okay? All right, Canada, perfect. Yes, it's kind of fucking dying right now, and it's in a really bad spot. I already made a video about that, but it's perfect democracy. Let's not think of that, all right?
Misrepresenting what free trade means to ordinary people. Free trade to ordinary people, they've said means your jobs go away. They don't point out, and by the way, the other side of the argument could make a stronger argument, and they clearly haven't been able to do so for a variety of reasons.
No, No, the other side, they couldn't make an argument. I mean, they won the election, but they had not a single word of logic.
That free trade means you can afford more things. Things are cheaper. You can buy a cheaper car. You can buy your cheaper things to furnish your home. Your home itself is cheaper to build because of free trade. Because the world,
which is why living and residency in Canada is fucking impossible right now. That's weird. Probably a coincidence that Canada's this example of a perfect democracy with very lax immigration policies, and it's really tough, bro. Nux, face it, Trump will liberate Canada. Oh my god, dude.
World is full of places where things can be made cheaper, whereas...
You know what's going on in Canada right now? TLDR. In Canada, they wanted to build more houses, so they brought in a lot of immigrants to work on houses. But the immigrants need to live somewhere. Right now. And there's no room. Like, it's to simplify it to the easiest level of simplicity. Toronto is like the price of freaking Manhattan at this point.
As your economy can focus on high value and high-end items and sort of technological superiorities where you can place the bets for your economic future. That argument has not properly been articulated, or at least has not been articulated afresh. And that's something that has been lacking in the public discourse. Nobody is reminding people, or nobody's doing a good enough job of reminding people that free trade brings all these benefits. These alliances...
No one remembers that free trade is actually a good thing for the economy. Thank you, Dr. Eggman. You have explained it to me in a way that I can now understand.
That we have with these countries. NATO.
Free trade is actually good because sometimes you can trade with other countries freely.
Benefits America. It doesn't just benefit those European countries. This narrative that, oh, those countries are free riding on us. It's a deeply flawed narrative.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with like sort of what he's saying here. I just don't think that he's necessarily arguing against anything reasonable. Like, here, the complaint I have with tariffs, that the reason why I don't understand, I'm not gonna even say that I'm against tariffs as much as I don't understand tariffs. I simply put, the reason why he wants to include tariffs is because people are using stuff from other countries, right? So let's say a car. A car is made with material that instead of paying $10 for that material in America, they were going to pay $3 for that material in China, let's say. So now the cost is $3. If they have to start paying $10, the car is going to just end up more expensive. So the way I understand it, the way I understand how tariffs work is tariffs are just going to increase prices of shit going on in the US. That's just my understanding from as a fucking idiot on the internet. That's why I personally don't get the tariff shtick. I get why long term it will bring back more jobs to the United States, perhaps. However, it really does seem like the actual people in America, at least in the short term, are gonna have a much harder time once tariffs roll in. Here. But that's coming from an idiot who has no experience with economist shit, okay? Just blue fucking guy on the internet that I don't get.
And the argument...
The cost would still be close to $10 after paying expenses to get it here at $3. See, but the reason why that makes no sense is because then people wouldn't be doing it. By the fact that people are importing stuff instead of doing it in America, it's obviously monetarily worthwhile for them to import it. Right? That's just ABC logic, okay? It is obviously worth them importing it because they do.
Against it is because of NATO, we avoided a third world war. And because of NATO, still the chances of a third world war look remote. If NATO breaks out, then that possibility becomes much more real.
Yes, it's true. NATO holding together is in fact good. Like, again, I don't... Like, I feel like everyone obfuscates each other's points here, all right? Like, from what I understand, the support Ukraine position is the fact that Ukraine's a great ally. Russia might keep expanding. Ukraine is they're great allies to America, and it would really suck if suddenly countries start getting invaded, right? That's the pro-Ukraine argument. The anti-Ukraine argument is a lot of money is being sent to Ukraine, and literally Americans need that money, and America needs to take care of their citizens first. From my understanding, that's the basic argument between the defend Ukraine and the not defend Ukraine. He is making believe that the argument is something else entirely. He is making believe that it's, well, the right-wing people just don't care about Ukraine. Which isn't necessarily true. It's just a matter of priorities. I'm not gonna make believe I actually understand or have an opinion here, because I don't. I have not read this shit, but from what I understand, he is really trying to muddy the alternative perspective a little bit.
And guess who's going to have to deal with that Third World War, and who will be affected by it, and who in the end will have to go in and help.
Anyway, that was that piece. But turns out Trump is becoming a age of global gangsterism. Trump is taking over. He posted an AI image next to Canada, so it's literally over, guys. Guys, it's literally over. He posted an AI image of himself next to Canada. It's Jover, guys. Thank you so much. Classic news channel shenanigans. Listen, every time I see the news talk about shit, and half of it ends up not being how they portray it. I'm not gonna say that they actively lie, but I do think they try to obfuscate the fact as much as possible to scare people into, you know, seeing things their way. It's like it's an actual baby fear-mongering tactic, and it's pathetic. And I hate that shit. And it's really nice watching it fall apart. Like, we are actually living in an age where the news cycle is really having less and less power than ever before. So, thank you all so much for joining me on this adventure. I'm sure you had a good time. I'm not gonna say I hope you enjoyed. I know you enjoyed at least a chunk of that, okay? That was funny as fuck. So, thank you so much for being here. And remember, just stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.